the last clue.
Yep.
Can you tell we're excited?
I'm very excited. And I've said this so many times before. We have so much fun at the MKAL, but when it's done, we're just like,
We're
finally.
excited. And we want to show you, and we have 2 gorgeous blocked shawls here that we want to talk through. Because clue 5 is kind of like a choose your own ending.
Yes.
Kind of, we like to hack patterns, so why not let you hack it up?
And do whatever you want.
And have some fun. So if you want to stick around and see some different options, see us show you some different options and talk about some things, come back. We'll do that after the tutorials.
Yeah, but the entire shawl will be spoiled at that point.
Oh yeah, we're wearing them. Yep, we're straight up fashion show at lunch.
Yep.
Right after the tutorial.
Yep. But I mean, really, as for this clue in general, I don't think there's really much that I need to talk about.
No, and we will show you, so the tutorial will go over the new stitch, which is the S2KP2, and then the blocking.
Yeah. And I guess the one thing I could say about this clue is that because there is no, and this I think is talked about in the pattern too, there are no more increases from here on out, which is so nice because I have a lot of stitches on there.
Your border.
But what that means is that you can easily keep repeating those last rows, which we'll talk about more at the end. Like if you've got leftovers of some of your CCs and want to bring them back, this is the place to do it.
Yeah, use up the 2 that are left, or throw in some main color we talk about.
You could split them up.
You can just do you, and you'll enjoy it. And then there's 2 options, which are listed in the pattern. There's a stockinette option and a garter option, which we will show you and talk about after the tutorials.
Yep. So let's just play the tutorial now. Now, sorry, real quick, again, from here on out, you are fully spoiled. The tutorial is a blocking video, so you see the entire shawl from 1 to 5. It is completed. I might have forgot to sew in one of my ends, but we tucked it underneath so you can't see it.
It's all good.
So yeah, if you don't want to see anything, this is your cue to turn the video off.
Yes, and for the rest of you, we'll see you back shortly.
Yep. Okay, so I am going to show you the S2KP2. Is that what it's called? Perfect. All right, so we are going to slip the next 2 stitches together knitwise. So you're just going to make sure you've got the 2 of them and slip them off knitwise. Now we're going to knit the next stitch, and then we're going to pass those 2 stitches that we slipped off originally, and we're going to pass them over and drop them off. And then that makes just a little double decrease. And so let me do that again. Let me get away from that one a little bit. I'm doing this on Jamie's sock, so I'll have to take this out after.
Fix them.
Fix them after. All right, so we're going to slip 2 stitches together knitwise, slip them off. Then we're going to knit 1. And then we're going to pass the 2, make sure you grab them both, the 2 slip stitches over. And there you go. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take my straight wires. If you don't have these, you don't need them, but they are such a super handy tool to get your line straight and to, when you're trying to pull it down this way, the wire will keep it up here when it's pinned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wire all the way across here, and I'm going to wire all the way around here, and I will come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so now that we have our kind of edges wired, where I always tend to start is along that top straight edge, because any depth or anything that you want to block out of the shawl, you'll always be pulling down. So if you have a nice sturdy straight edge across the top, then you can kind of pull down and get your depth out of it as you want. Normally what we use are the Knit Picks claw pins. The big ones are about this big, and it's just got prongs that stick down like this.
They're amazing.
It's got shorter ones that are about this big to use for like smaller sections. Somebody took them home, so I'm using straight pins, which is also an option. You just tend to need quite a few more of them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pin along the top edge here, and I'll show that probably in sped up version. And I always start from the center, pull out one side, and then pull out the other side to get everything nice and even. Okay, so now that I've wired my whole top edge, now what I like to do is just go through and, you know, if you don't want any more, oopsies, see, this is where the claws are a little bit nicer, but that's okay. If you don't want any more depth, then you don't have to stretch this out to get like max stretch. So then I come down to the very center of the bottom, however deep I want to pull it, and then just start pinning from there. Now what I did when I wired this is I wired, let me do it on this side so you can see it a bit better. I wired just above the border because we're going to actually pull these out and picot them as well. But I'll get into that later. So again, I start kind of in the center. I'm going to double pin this just for strength. And then you just kind of keep pulling it into a bit of a semicircle. And I'm actually going to angle these kind of backwards so that the wire doesn't slip up the pin. If that makes sense there.
Your little baby border. Sarah,
baby
Sarah,
border.
Sarah,
I chinsed a wee
she
bit.
chinsed out on her border.
Well, I wanted to get this one done so I could get my other one done.
Oh, funny. That's the thing. You can do it how you like.
Exactly.
So if you're just knitting this now, you can add as much length as you want in this last clue.
Yeah.
Clue 5. It's just a really fun way to finish it off, make it your own. I added in main color, you know, a big chunk of main color. You could use up all the leftovers from your previous clues if you have some yarn left over. And just really, you do you.
Yep.
Also, Sarah did the stockinette version for hers. And there's also the garter option as well for the lace border.
Let me grab a few more pins.
Oh, that looks good. Looks so good, Sarah.
Okay, so now once that's all done, you can, and if you want to, you don't have to, but you can then go ahead and start taking your straight pins and pulling each of these little picots out. That just opens up that lace. Oopsies. And you just picot the edge.
Oh, look at how much it opens up, hey? Blocking is so important. And for certain things, hey?
Yeah.
I know I just sort of soaked and hung mine, and so I did not pin it out with the picots, but oh boy, might have to properly block it.
I don't know if I'll have enough pins to do the whole border today. All right, so that is the blocking.
Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Are we ready?
We're ready. Are you ready? You better be because we've got them on.
We are here, and here they are, our final blocked shawls.
I have hardly seen mine like fully up
They're
because I
so
hold it
nice,
weird for the
guys.
camera and then I tuck it away.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty.
So
we have very different shawls, so
Yep.
this will be fun to show you guys some of the different things we did. We're gonna talk through them, and then this is your reminder to like post in the thread.
yeah,
The clue has the new hashtag for your FO hashtag for Instagram. The FO thread is open. All the things.
yeah.
Okay, so get knitting.
You better send me hashtag for the Instagram?
Yeah, I will.
I'll put it right here. I hope it's there.
Possibly.
I hope
Okay,
it's there.
Yeah, it should be there. So everything is good to go. So we are going to talk through our shawls, and then if this is something you like and you've just been watching, go get the pattern.
Yep.
And let's get going, because let me tell you, you will love it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take mine off.
Just
I'm very
take
warm.
it off,
I'm
and
also wearing wool.
we will we'll talk it through. Let's first talk just about clue 5.
Do you want to go stand, or Katie, do you want to stand there and tell me, like, if I'm holding things up good?
Okay.
So here is mine. This is the original.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Hold it down a little bit. Yeah, even a little bit more. Just, yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
So I used the Wool Barons
Oh, excuse me.
minis, her 20 gram minis from her Schitt's Creek collection, and her mohair. So that is what I used. And I only, okay, let's be real. I only used 9 colors.
She totally chinsed out on this.
I
Look at this border.
wanted to
It's like this big.
just wanted to be done at that point. But on my other shawl, which I've forgotten, so I can't even show that one. Not that I've done it yet, but
Is that the 3-color one?
Yeah.
the 3-color. I'm gonna put a nicer. I'll put a proper border on it.
Longer. Let's talk about that.
Can you see the
That's
bottom?
the stockinette border.
Yeah. So this side here is the stockinette. So it has an obvious right side and wrong side. Which, like I said, the shawl is reversible. Some people, however, didn't do the button stitch, right side, wrong side. They did both of the buttons on the right side. So that's where this border will come in great. So, and then Jamie will show you her garter version of the border. So that is mine.
Yay!
It's so nice to be able to hold the whole thing up.
And so nice and lightweight, hey? Like,
Yeah, it really is with that mohair. Like
Yeah.
it's very nice.
That's nice. Good
Katie
job.
promptly stole it.
Yeah,
and is putting
she's
it
gonna
on
put it
behind
on.
the camera.
So I will show you mine. You want to help me there? Hold the
Okay.
setup. My clue 5, mine's a little larger. This is my looser gauge.
Hold it down a bit.
Hold it down a little. Okay.
Yeah.
So there it is. I used the Polka Dot Creek tweed in her fall colorways.
Even down more to
Oh.
get the red.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Yep, that's perfect.
Now let's just bring the border up to the
So this
camera.
is the garter border.
Oh,
So it's
coffee.
Yeah, I was just trying to grab it.
And I'll see Katie. Let me know when you can see the border.
Yeah.
nicely.
Oh yeah, you can.
So you see that is the exact same on both sides. So the only difference in the pattern is you will either purl back your wrong side or you'll knit back. Mine is the knit back side. So it's completely
Reversible.
reversible on both sides.
My favorite part is that eyelet section.
I know, I love the
And
eyelets.
like every
too.
time I hold it up, I'm like, dang, that's my favorite section.
And I just love all the sections. I love
I really
the
do too.
texture.
Hey,
I'm
did you
so
love
happy.
the seed stitch?
I didn't, but I love what seed stitch looks like.
Yeah, it's just a
And
matter of doing it.
I was just so happy to do it. I just enjoyed every stitch of this. So thank you, Sarah. This was a really great design.
I had a lot of fun with it.
I like the seed stitch was at the beginning, although then you went ahead and killed us anyway with 1x1 rib, which is no different at the bottom.
That's how I roll.
But we still love you.
It's a little bit easier to follow along for people, it seems, on a ribbing. So I
Yeah.
felt better about putting it at the end.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that section, if it was in garter or in
Seed stitch.
seed stitch, would have been.
Yeah.
And I wanted it looser down at the bottom, like not as tight of a
Yeah,
fabric. I wanted
I
the tighter
agree.
fabric up by the neck.
And really, the amount of knitting was the same. It really, like,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
you're knitting the same amount
Yeah.
of mini.
the minis varied.
It should
here and
take
there,
so
but
long to get across the rows, but there's way less rows.
I know. It's only like one row of garter.
Which I find turning more frequent, more annoying than
You'd rather work across a long row?
I'd rather work across longer rows.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, here's a fun little blocking tip. Now, Sarah picoed her bottom.
Oh yeah, Katie.
You'll see that in the
mine.
blocking video. That's right. She pulled hers out
I
with
pulled
pins.
each little edge piece down.
All I did was soak this and hang it over the back of a chair.
Yeah.
And look at the effect I got without fancy.
yeah.
I didn't use one blocking tool.
Yeah.
Just water and beach games.
Yeah. And because I'm a tighter knitter, I almost always have to block my shawls to get that depth out of them to pull them out.
Where I am not. I knit
No,
loose. I
so
knit
even
to
just a
gauge.
hang, because like with mine, just to be a quick block, originally I just wet it and just snapped it and draped it over the banister, but it never really opened up depth-wise, if that makes sense.
Love it.
So
I just love all these colors.
it's so
I'm
nice.
so excited to wear it. Oh, I'm so
now
excited.
you can.
So excited. So that is it.
Yeah, that's it.
We want to draw winners though, so we have prizes.
Yep.
All the dates are listed in the clue.
So again, we do our first draw after clue 5 is done.
Yeah, I have all the dates listed.
Okay, and then we'll do a second draw for people that maybe were a little bit behind and didn't quite finish in that.
Yeah,
that
or
last
started
split.
late.
Or started late or whatever.
Or
you
today.
have an extra week. And so all those people that got it done on time get an extra entry, technically.
Just for fun, right?
Into the, so you have 2 chances of winning if you get it finished on time, and only 1 chance of winning if you finish the week late.
Yeah.
And that goes for Instagram as well.
Yeah, Instagram and Patreon. There'll be an extra way in there for you to win something. So we've got lots of little ways to get your shawls in.
Get your comments in every single way. Because you can have up to, so that's 1, 2.
Well, our Patreon.
That's like 5, 6 entries you potentially could have.
Yeah.
If
There's
you're a
lots
Patreon.
of ways.
Yeah.
Get your entries.
Yeah. Get them everywhere. Post
Love
your
it.
pictures everywhere.
Yeah.
All over all the things.
All the things. Okay.
I wouldn't even know how to post a picture to Instagram.
What? You click post.
I haven't done it in so long.
You go to Instagram, you click post.
I'm going to look and see how old
Your
my last post was. Because I feel like, oh no, I posted for Char's kindergarten. I know that.
Apparently I do all the, if you're
My
talking on
daughter is now
social
in
media
grade
to
2.
someone.
It's never me. I email back sometimes.
Yes, you do. Yeah. That's not social media. That's email.
Well, it's part of. I'm socialing
We're
over the
social.
media.
You are not
Sarah.
socially. Okay,
I'm socialing over
you're
the media.
socialing over the medias. There you go.
Do what I want. I've made a reply back on YouTube before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, we'll go now.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go record the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much. What a fun way to bring in the new year and spend our January knitting along with you guys. And I can't believe to say we'll be back next year.
We'll be back next year. It's Jamie's turn.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Just kidding.
Get the ideas in.
It doesn't really matter like who.
No, because you did last year.
It just kind of works. Did I?
Yeah.
What was last year?
Throwing it back.
Right. Oh, and then the year before was my sister's favorite.
That
Wait,
was
have you
mine.
only done one MKAL? It's Jamie's turn next year. She's on the MKAL. She's only done 1. I've done 5. 4.
I'll do
5.
1.
4.
Okay, it's Katie's turn.
She's gonna do an egg. An egg shape.
Someone, we've been waiting for the egg. When's it gonna happen?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks again for knitting along with us, and happy knitting.